The Washington Legislature's work is done for now. Almost a month after they adjourned, Governor Ferguson signed their operating budget for the next 2 years on Tuesday, including billions of dollars in new taxes. From the Olympia News Bureau, Murrow News fellow Albert James shows us the governor's thought process as he mulled over the spending plan and what's to come before the next legislative session.
This session, we made investments in issues that are critical to Washingtonians. We also made hard, but I think fiscally responsible choices.
Governor Ferguson says the $77.9 billion budget he signed into law Tuesday was one of balancing cuts with new taxes. It relies on nearly $9 billion in new revenue over the next 4 years from increased capital gains and estate taxes, expanding sales taxes to more services, and bumping up taxes on businesses. While he only vetoed one portion of the revenue package, the governor acknowledged adjustments to the tax bills could be needed next session.
We've heard from a lot of folks in these past few weeks, and we're going to make sure that we have a lengthy conversation with folks on each of those revenue streams to make sure that that there are not any unintended consequences.
Business groups argue the tax increases will ultimately be passed on to consumers through higher costs and only adds on to challenges coming from tariffs and trade threats from the federal government.
It exacerbates what was already going to be a difficult business environment by adding more costs on top of it and more uncertainty.
Republicans criticized the governor for signing the budget and tax increases, believing Ferguson went back on promises of affordability and fiscal responsibility. In a statement, Senator Nikki Torres of Pasco said in part, quote, "By approving both the budget and tax increases today, he is making Washington even more unaffordable." With an updated revenue forecast due next month, the governor says he's, quote, "not optimistic the state's financial situation will improve." He's also weary of federal funding cuts forcing lawmakers to change the budget before reconvening in January, but believes spending cuts and maintaining the state's rainy day fund will help them out.
The federal government could do something dramatic where we need to take a look at our situation. That said, I feel we've done everything we could to prepare ourselves for that.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.